In this video, I would like to discuss Accounting 2019 Paper 1 MCQ paper from question number 10 onwards. These multiple choice questions are really easy, but you have to be careful because you can't just select the answer. You have to calculate and select the answer. Right. Here, you can see question number 10 is depend on the given detail. You can see that question number 10 is depend on the given details, and here use the following information. Question number 11, use the following information to answer question number 11 and 12. Following information was extracted from the draft finance statement of Chaturika's traders for the year ending 31st March 2019. You are given gross profit 850, administrative expenses 275, distribution expenses 200, and finance and other expenses, right? Sometimes details are not clear. Therefore, you have to check gross profit 850, administrative expenses 275, distribution expenses 200, finance and other expenses 100. Then, however, following were revealed after the preparation of draft financial statements. Here, you are given some adjustment. Then after adjustments, you are asked to calculate administrative expenses, correct one, and distribution expenses. The correct administrative and distribution expenses for the end of 31st March 2019. After making the relevant adjustment, right? For you to select the correct answer, you have to adjust these three adjustments to the given balances, right? First question, administrative expenses and distribution expenses, no, right? Given administrative expense 275 and distribution expenses 200. So we have to read carefully and adjust. Office staff salaries 30 and salaries commission, sales commission 20. Payable as at 31st March 2019 have not been accounted. Have not been accounted means they haven't recorded. The business has not yet recorded this adjustment in the accounts. Office staff salaries 30,000 and sales commission 20,000 payable as at 31st March 2019 means at the end of this year, current year, have not been accounted. That means we haven't recorded, right? Office staff salaries comes under administrative expenses. Then the given opening balance 275 will increase by another 30, and sales commission comes under distribution. Therefore, given distribution expenses 200 will increase by 20, right? If we take second adjustment, prepaid building rent of 40 has been included as administrative expenses, right? Prepaid building rent of 40,000 has been included in as administrative expenses, right? Prepaid rent means what you have paid in advance for the following year. Therefore, if they have prepaid, we should deduct it from the paid amount. Prepaid building rent 40,000 has been included as administrative expense means we have reduced this 40 prepaid building rent from administration expenses, because prepaid means what you have paid for the following year. Therefore, we debit to prepaid rent account and record it under current assets, and that amount should be deducted from paid amount for building rent, and net amount goes to income statement. Therefore, this is a minus effect. Depreciation motor vehicle of 50,000 has been included in distribution expense. However, these vehicles are used to provide transport facilities to the office staff. Office staff's expenses comes under administration. Therefore, normally motor vehicle depreciation we include under distribution expenses, but as they have mentioned specifically, these vehicles are used to provide the transport facilities to the staff, office staff, being taking depreciation of motor vehicle under distribution is wrong. Therefore, we should have added to administrative expenses. Right. So first we have to find administrative expenses. Therefore, what we have to do is given administrative expenses value is 275 in thousands. Then office staff salary is 30. We have to add. Then again, prepaid building rent 40 should be deducted from administration. No, prepaid we don't record in expense accounts. No, therefore, to the given balance 275, we have to add 30,000, deduct 40. That means we have to again further we have to further deduct 10,000. That way we can just set off plus minus 30, then minus 10 means 275 minus 10, that means 265. 265. Then again, depreciation also should be recorded under administration. No, therefore we have to remove it from distribution and add it to administration. Therefore, 265 plus 450 will be 315. 315 as the administration expenses. Then we can just find 315. 315 is in fourth answer and fifth answer. Therefore, we have to really reject advance 1, 2, 3. First three answers we have to reject. And we have to select either fourth one or fifth one because 315 answer is there. 315 administration expenses we calculated. How? Given opening balance 275, we have to add 30,000 staff salaries. Then we have to deduct 40,000 prepaid building rent included in administration expenses. And again, we have to add 50,000 as depreciation of motor vehicle because we use motor vehicles to provide transport facilities to office staff. Therefore, we remove it from distribution and include in administration. Right. Therefore, we got the answer for administrative expenses 315, fourth one and fifth one, then reject first three answers. We don't consider first three answers. Then we can't directly select the answer because 315 we have got in two answers, fourth and fifth. Therefore, we had to further consider distribution expenses. Right. Then distribution expenses given value is 200. Right. 200. Then in the first adjustment, they have mentioned sales expenses 20,000 payable have not been accounted for. No, therefore 20 should be added to distribution 200, then 220,000. Then again, earlier they had included motor vehicle depreciation amount 50,000 in distribution expenses. We had to deduct now. Therefore, we had to include it in administrative expenses because we use to provide transport facilities to office staff. Therefore, we removed it from distribution expense 50. Now, given distribution expense 200,000, then we have to add another 20, then 220, and motor vehicle depreciation we have to deduct 50,000 because we got it into administration. Therefore, 220 minus 50, 170. 220 minus 50, 170. 170,000 will be distribution expenses. Therefore, we reject first three answers. Therefore, we select either 4 or 5 answers. Therefore, 170 will be available in answer number 4. Therefore, our answer is number 4. Administrative expenses 315 and distribution expenses 170. Right. Answer is fourth one. Answer is fourth one. When you consider the correct answer, answer is fourth one. This is the answer. Right. 315 and 170 This one is the distribution expense 170, right? Then question number 12. Profit for the year ending 31st March 2019 after making the relevant adjustment. Profit for the year ending 31st March 2019 after making the relevant adjustment. Profit, right? Here we are given gross profit. We are given 850 gross profit. Then we are deduct these three given expenses. We got administration expenses here 315, and we got distribution expenses 170 here. Then we have finance and other expenses within change 100. Then when you deduct those three expenses, corrected expenses from given gross profit 850, then we can reach to the profit. Then here, then we have the correct administration 315 plus distribution expenses 170. Addition of those two expenses 350, 450, 485. 485 and finance expenses you are given 100. Then 585. Then 585 should be deducted from gross profit. 850 minus 585. 585 means 35 to 600. Then 35, 250, 285. 285 is the answer. If I again explain, 850 is the gross profit. From that, correct administrative expenses 315, distribution expenses 170. Total is 485. 485 and given finance and other 100. 100. No, correct one is 100. 100 plus 315, 415, and another 170 distribution, 515 and 585. Then total expenses will be 585. That is the addition of administrative expenses 315, distribution expenses 170, and given finance and other expenses 100. Then total 585. 585. Then you deduct total of those three expenses 585 from gross profit 850. 585 to 600 will be 15. Then again 600, 850, 250. 250 plus 15, 265. Our correct answer is 265. Here you are given 265 in the third answer. Profit for the year ending 31st March 2019 after making the relevant adjustment 275. Sorry, 265. That is the answer 3. Correct profit is third answer, rupees 265. How did I take 265? 265 I got here. Our correct administrative expenses was 315. Distribution expenses was 170. Addition of those two, 315 plus 100, 415, 485. 485 plus given finance and other 100, therefore 585. You deduct 585 from the gross profit 850. 850 minus 585 will be equal to 265. That is the answer 3. Answer 3. Answer 3. Right, that is the answer 3. Therefore, you have to be careful at the examination when you select the correct answer. Then question number 13. Question number 13. When it comes to question number 13, you know, question number 13 is the prime cost and the total production cost of manufacturing business for the ending 31st March 2019 were 900 and 1.6 million respectively. The work in progress inventories which were measured at production cost as at 31st March 2018 and 31st March 2020 were 200 and 330 respectively. What is the production overhead for the year ending 31st March 2019? Right. Production overhead means total of indirect cost. If you take actually manufacturing cost of a business or product, we have two types: direct cost and indirect cost. Direct material cost, direct labor cost, and the other direct cost will be the prime cost or total direct cost. Then indirect material, indirect labor, and indirect other cost or overheads will be actually total of indirect manufacturing cost or overheads, right? Then here our question is, what is the production overheads for the year ending 31st March 2019? Therefore, here you are given prime cost as 900,000, total production cost as 16 lakhs or 1.6 million. 16 lakhs or 1.6 million. Therefore, you know, in a normal manufacturing count format, we had to first calculate prime cost. Then you had to calculate overhead cost. That is not indirect material, indirect labor, and indirect other cost. Then take the total of overhead plus overhead cost plus prime cost or total direct cost, and to that answer you had to add opening WIP, opening work in progress, and you had to deduct closing work in progress. So the value of closing partly finished goods cost, closing partly finished goods, that is WIP. Then you finally take the cost of production for the goods produced during the period. Here we are given total cost of production 1.6 million, that is 16 lakhs. You are given prime cost 900 lakhs. Okay, 9 lakhs or 900,000. Then here normally what you do, prime cost and overhead cost, then add opening WIP, deduct closing WIP, no, then finally take 1.6 million according to given details. Then here you are given separately a WIP, work in progress inventories, which were measured at a production cost 31st March 2019 means opening, were 200,000 and 300 is respectively, right? Respectively means 31st March 2020, 330, 31st March 2018, 200,000 opening and closing, right? Then opening WIP 200,000 at plus figure, 330,000 minus figure. If you just take the difference, will be minus, because closing WIP is more than the opening, therefore minus 130. Then in a normal statement, prime cost plus overhead cost, then from that you add, from that answer you take addition opening WIP minus closing WIP, no, then finally take the cost of production for the goods. Then here you are given cost of production 1.6 million, 0.9 million, no, 900,000 you are given as prime cost. Then 900,000 and 1.6 million, the difference between these two values will be 700,000. 700,000. But we can't take directly 700,000 because prime cost 900,000 and 16 lakhs to 1.6 million will be total cost of production. No? When you just think of the normal format, prime cost plus overhead cost, then again plus opening WIP minus closing WIP, finally we'll take the cost of production. We have reached to 1.6 million or 16 lakhs by deducting the difference between these two, opening WIP 200,000 and closing WIP 330. Therefore, we have reached to final answer by deducting 130. That is the difference between opening WIP and closing WIP, because opening plus figure 200 minus figure 330, therefore minus 130. After deducting 130, we have reached to 1.6 million, no 16 lakhs. Therefore, we had to add back. We had to add back this 130 to the final answer and take the difference. Then our overheads, normally overhead plus prime cost minus opening WIP 200,000 and closing WIP 330,000. Then we finally reach to close cost of production. So 16 lakhs, so 1.6 million plus another 130, that is the difference between opening WIP and closing WIP. Then deduct prime cost. Then you can easily reach to the value of overhead cost or indirect cost, right? Then the difference between opening WIP and closing WIP will be minus 130. Minus 130. Therefore, you have to add back to the total cost of production. Then you will reach to the answer. Right. Answer is third one. Answer is third one. 830. Because you know, here the difference between opening WIP and closing WIP will be minus 130. Normally we add back opening WIP to the addition of overhead cost and prime cost and deduct closing WIP. As your closing WIP is more than opening WIP, minus value is more. Therefore, minus 130, again you can add back to the total cost of production given in the question, 16 lakhs, and deduct 9 lakhs, that is the value of prime cost. Then you take answer 830,000 as the overhead cost. You can just check whether it is correct or not. You just take, if you take third answer 830 as the overhead cost, then you can deduct that one. You can take this 830, that is overhead cost, plus given prime cost 900,000. 900,000 plus 830,000 will be 17 lakhs 30,000. 17 900,000 plus 800,000, 17 lakhs 30,000. That is enough. Overhead cost plus prime cost, no? Then 17 lakhs 30,000. You add another 200,000 as the opening WIP. Then 17 lakhs 200,000 plus 17 lakhs 30,000 plus 200,000 will be 19 lakhs 30,000. 19 lakhs 30,000. 19 lakhs 30,000 minus closing stock 330,000. 19 lakhs 30,000 minus 300,000. 330,000 will be equal to 16 lakhs. That is the total cost of production given in the question, this one. Now our answer is correct. That is answer number 3, because you should know the correct format for manufacturing account. And what is happening? First we take total of prime cost, then take overhead cost, that is the addition of the indirect material, indirect labor, and indirect other cost, then add opening WIP, then deduct closing WIP. Then you finally reach to the total cost of production. Here you are given total cost of production and prime cost, we are given again opening and closing WIP, we are asked to find overhead cost. That is the way. Right. Okay, answer is third one. Right. Then question number 14. Question number 14. That is regarding non-profit business organization preparing income statement and state-owned finance position. Right. Then when it comes to question number 14, you are given here a welfare society had 150 members during the year ending 31st March 2019. The annual subscription per member is 2,000. Each member has to pay 2,000 rupees as their annual member fee. Then the cash received from the society during the ending 31st March 2019 were as follows. What you have received during the period in cash. Normally we take what is relevant. We prepare income statement according to accrued basis. we receipt and payments account cash basic. When you receive cash, you debit. When you pay cash, you credit. That is how we apply rules in the receipt and payments account. We prepare income statement depending on accrued basis. That means not only paid or received, but also payable and receivable. What is relevant to the accounting period, we apply to prepare income statement. Therefore, here 2,000 rupees per member, then we are given there are 150 members. Then 150 members into 2,000 will be the relevant member fee income for that year. 2,000 into 115 means 4 zeros, and 2 into 15, 30, right? 30, then 4 zeros, 30 means 5 zeros, 30, 30 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 30 lakhs. When you remove 3 zeros, that is 3,000, 3,000. Okay, 4 zeros and 15 into 2, 30. That means 5 zeros, 3 and 5 zeros. That is 30 lakhs. That is the relevant member fee income. That is the relevant member fee income. Then we are given details regarding what you have received during the period. You have received subscription for the current year 200. Our relevant member fee is 300. How to calculate relevant member fee? 150 members and per member 2,000. That means 2,000 in 150. We take 4 zeros, 15 into 2, 30. That means 5 zeros. That means 500,000. Sorry, 300,000. 3 lakhs. 300,000 will be the relevant member fee. 150 into 2,000 equal to 300,000. 3 lakhs. But during the period, they have received only 200,000. The 100,000 will be arrears. Paid in arrears to current year. The donation 250. Proceeds of the fixed deposit matured on 31st March 560, of which 60 represent the interest income, and it has been recognized as interest income receivable as at 31st March 2018. No, at the beginning receivable means it is relevant to the previous year. That means already they have accounted for income statement. Therefore, we can't consider that 60,000 as income. It is already accounted for in the previous year. Therefore, we can't take. The policy of the welfare society is to recognize donation as an income. There can be different policies related to that, different type of organizations. Therefore, in this organization, they consider donations as an income, and there we have to distribute over 5 years of period. That means what we have received current year, we can't take totally as the current year's income. We have to distribute among 5 years. Therefore, the received donation 250, and as they have given us to take or identify within 5 years, we divide by 5. Then per current year, we have to take only 50,000 out of 250. Then next 4 years, we have to take by 50,000. Within 5 years, we have to consider as an income. That we can't take total 250 received during the period as current year's income. Therefore, only 50,000 we can take. Right. Then the income recognized for the end of 31st March 2019 and the increase in asset as at 31st March 2019 due to the above transaction. Income recognized and increase in assets. We have to identify both the answers. Then only select the correct answer. First, we try to identify income recognized. You know, income means what is relevant to the current year. First income, member is income. Member fee income, if you are given number of members and the amount each member has to pay, then you can easily take the what is relevant. 2,000 here you are given. 2,000 you are given, then you are given 2,000. Then this is a per member fee, and you are given that there are 150 members. Therefore, 150 into 2,000 equal to 300,000 rupees. That is 3 lakhs. 3 lakhs. That is the main source of income. 3 lakhs. And from donation, we can take only 250 because as their policy, we can take 1/5 only for the current year income. Therefore, 50,000 plus 300,000, 350,000. 350,000. 350,000 is the answer. Therefore, we can reject answer number 1 because 350 is not there. No? Then we can select answer 2 and we can select answer 3. We have to reject answer 4 also because 350 is not there. We can reject answer 5 also. Then we have to try to select either 2 or 3 because then depending on income increase in assets. Depending on second option, we can select either 2 or 3 because now we found the what is relevant to the current year income, that is 350. Then the second option, increase in asset. Asset, increase in asset, under that we can take money received during the period, 200,000. Therefore, our asset will increase by another 200,000. As you have got donation 250, our asset will increase by another 250 and 250 plus 200, that is 450. 450. Then another asset will be there. Member P paid in arrears also will be an asset until members settle their arrears. Therefore, we should have received 300,000 rupees, but we received only 200. No, that means the amount should be receivable and amount received. The difference between these two values should be 100,000. That means member P paid in arrears will be 100,000. That is the amount due and amount received. The difference between the amount due and amount received will be 100,000 rupees. That 100,000 also asset. Then for us to find the answer increase in asset, we had to consider member P paid in arrears 100,000. Then subscription received 200,000 and total 300,000. And donation is 250, totally 550,000. Then 550,000 is here. Then we have to select the answer number 2 because from the income recognized we select second and third. Then as our increase in asset answer is 550, we have to select the answer. We have to reject third one because our increase in asset answer is strong. In that answer, therefore, we select answer number 2. Income recognized 350,000 rupees. Increase in asset equal to 550,000 rupees. Therefore, correct answer is answer number 2. Right. Correct answer is answer 2. Right. The next one, question number 15. Which of the following statements are correct in relation to a partnership? In a partnership, we can start a partnership in 3 ways: by word of mouth, with an agreement, or by implication. Here, we are given some statements, right? Then finally we ask, which of the following statements are correct in relation to the partnership, right? Therefore, we should know partnership ordinance. We should know other acts related to partnership. Then we can easily select the correct answer. If you consider the goodwill of a partnership is estimated when its profit sharing ratio is changed, correct? We normally calculate goodwill when there's a change in the ownership. When there's a change in the ownership, we calculate goodwill. Therefore, the goodwill of a partnership is estimated when its profit sharing ratio is changed. That is correct. Therefore, we can select the answer which is having A. We can reject answer 4 because A is not there. Then when it comes to answer 3 also, A is not there. Therefore, we can reject answer number 3 and answer number 4. Then we can go further with answer number 1, 2, and 5. When it comes to second option, the goodwill of a partnership is estimated as per section 42 of partnership ordinance 1890. That is wrong. We don't actually estimate goodwill depending on 42 section of partnership ordinance 1890. Therefore, B is wrong. Therefore, which is having B answer, we can reject. Therefore, answer 1 we can reject because B is there. Answer 3 earlier we rejected, and now we can select answer. We can reject answer which is having only A, still A is okay, B is wrong. When it comes C, the partners are not entitled to salary as per section 24 of partnership ordinance. Correct. In the partnership ordinance, they under 24 sections, they have mentioned no salaries to partners. Therefore, C is correct. C is correct. A is correct. B wrong. C is correct. D, drawings can be used as means of withdrawing profits of a partnership by the partners. Yes, that is also correct. When it comes to E, an interest of 5% should be payable on the partner's capital account as per section 24, the partnership ordinance 1890. Right. That is also correct. Therefore, then when you consider these things, if there is a wrong answer, we can easily reject that one. We can reject that one. Therefore, here the answer which is having option B, we can reject. That means B, which is having B, we can reject. That means third one wrong, because second of statement is wrong. No, therefore third one wrong because B is there. Then first one also wrong because B statement is there. Then we can select then one of those, fourth one, second one, fifth one. Then E, an interest of 5% should be payable on the partner's capital balances as per section 24 of the partnership ordinance. No, in the partnership ordinance 24 section says that no interest for partners' capital. Therefore, they have mentioned payable. No, therefore it is also wrong. The E1 is wrong. Therefore, answer which is having E also wrong. Then answer fourth one wrong because E statement is there. Then we have to select either second one no, fifth one. Even if the fifth one is there, therefore fifth one is also wrong. Then we have to select option 2. 2 is the correct answer. A, C, and D. A, C, and D is the correct answer regarding that.